Hey, what's up, Tay? Quick demo video for you for your 05 by AFA Props and Replicas. Got this done this morning. This is installed with a Proffie V2. It's got the stock V3 and PXL in here, which you can't see right now because I've got your blade plug in here. I want to show you how that lights up before I actually show you the LEDs. And that's the 2-button setup. So your main switch is right here. That's your activation. And then you've got a little dome tactile on the other side right here, which is your auxiliary switch. How to get to everything is you just unscrew the handle. We'll unscrew the handle here. This comes right off, and then here's your chassis. This is my own chassis design and my own print. You requested an OLED screen, so here's your Proffie board right here. It is a snap fit down into the shelf, and then your OLED is right underneath your Proffie. That is about the only place you could put it in this guy because there's not a lot of room in here if you want to have removable battery, which is what you have right here. So spring side right here. It's got a 24mm Smuggler's Outpost speaker. What else did we do? Did some mild weathering. You can see on the handle, you may not be able to see it too well on camera, but I sent you some pictures up close. And then you got some mild weathering over here. And then I etched these shrouds for you. So put the logo on there that you wanted with the Sith text in the background, and we did that on both sides. Okay, so we'll throw a battery in this guy real quick. And I want to show you that your OLED is working, so we'll turn this light off and we'll go through. You're probably not going to be able to read it very well on camera, but you'll see it better in person. That's just the battery meter. And then when we hit auxiliary to switch sound fonts, it's not going to show up well, but it does name them all. So like that one, we're on decay. You gave me the Proffie board and your SD card, and when I popped in your SD card, you had 20 sound fonts on there. So I spent quite a bit of time going through that and setting up that config and making sure that it was all named properly when it cycled through on the OLED screen. So you'll see that there is a copy of the config that I used on your SD card. So in case you want to change anything, you can do that. So now that you've seen the OLED screen, we'll just go ahead and put the handle on. It slides right on. I did give you motion controls. So there's your blade plug. Looks really cool. Smooth swing's working well. Auxiliary. And then twist off. Or we could just hit activation. And then hit it again to turn it off. Whoops. Just like that. Now we'll take your blade plug out and we'll put a blade in it. Before I do that though, I'll show you this this V3 MPXL in here. So you've got that in there right there. As bright as could be. We'll turn that off, and this takes a 1-inch diameter neopixel blade. And we will need to lock it down. Your blade retention screw is right in between the 2 shrouds. Right there, if you can see that. So my blade has been sanding quite a bit. We'll go to a different sound font. I'm getting tired of hearing that one. Okay, my blade's been sanded quite a bit, so it's a little bit looser in this guy, and I'm having just a tiny bit of issues with it. But if you have a brand new blade, you should be fine. So we'll tap for blast or deflex. You've got battle mode, so if you hit the blade or the saber, you get blade lock up, which you can see right here. The difference in my hand. And it stays like that until you pull away from it. We'll go to the next sound font. This one I think is an unstable. I gave you a slight unstable there. A lot of these are dark side fonts, so I gave you, you know, a red blade. We'll try to find one that isn't.
I am the Inquisitor. Ignition.
So this one. Well, this is a red blade too. If you don't want that though, hold down power and hit auxiliary. Or hold down auxiliary and hit power. You hear that noise. Now you can twist the saber any way you want and just cycle through some colors. So if we wanted this to be blue, find that blue and then tap a button. So now we've got blue. And you can do that on any sound font and it will remember that color. All right, we'll do one more. We can change this one too. On a green with this one. So now we got a green blade. Just like that. And we'll take the blade out. But yeah, all 20 of your fonts are on here and they're working properly. Not all of them had music tracks associated with a particular font, although you had a lot of music tracks in your track folder. So I tried to line those up the best I could with the corresponding fonts that I thought they went to. We're going to put the blade plug back in real quick. To play your soundtrack, you just hold down your power for 1 second and let go. And then do the same thing to turn it off. Hold down for 1 second and let go. And then to get back to everything, we'll just take the handle off. Still got your battery meter going here. This is a full battery, obviously. And then from the positive side by the speaker, you can pop this battery out with your finger just like that. And that pretty much is your saber. Let me know if you got any questions. If not, we'll try to get this out in the mail to you tomorrow. All right, thanks, man.